Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a really simple, but honestly, profound piece of wisdom. It's all about tackling that feeling I think we've all had at some point, that nagging sense that we're just planted in the wrong soil. You know that feeling, right? Like you're completely stuck. That feeling that your job, your town, your whole situation is holding you back. And you keep thinking, man, if I could just be somewhere else, then I'd finally get my chance to shine. It's such a common feeling, and believe it or not, it's the perfect place to start our story. So, let's meet the star of our story. He's a young man living in a small, quiet village, but inside, he's just bursting with ambition. You could call him a restless dreamer. He's always looking out at the horizon, totally convinced that his real life, his real potential, is waiting for him somewhere far, far away from home.
And one day, all that frustration just boils over. He's talking with his grandfather, and he lets it all out. You can almost feel the weight in his words, can't you? This deep-seated belief that his location is the problem, that success is some kind of geographical lottery, and he's just holding a losing ticket.
Now, the grandfather could have given him a big lecture, right? But he doesn't. He responds with something way more powerful, a simple parable. He uses this timeless metaphor of a tree to completely reframe his grandson's view on what growth and success are all about.
So the grandfather, he points to this big, magnificent tree and he tells him how it got there. And the key to the whole story is the process. See, it wasn't about just planting a seed and then walking away, hoping for the best. It was about the daily effort, the patience, and getting through that long, long period where it looked like nothing was happening at all. All the rewards you can see now, the shade, the fruit, the shelter for the birds, all of that is the result of years and years of work that nobody ever saw.
And the young man, well, he completely misunderstands at first. He hears the word years and immediately thinks, oh, great, so you're just saying I should wait around. But his grandfather makes this absolutely crucial distinction. He says, no, I'm not saying you must wait. I'm saying you must grow. One is just passive, idle. The other is active and intentional. And that one little difference, it changes everything.
Okay, so if it's all about growing, where do you even begin? The grandfather brings the focus to the most important part of the tree. The part that's completely invisible, the roots. This is the foundation, and without it, none of the other growth is even possible.
And this next line, wow, it just captures the danger of ignoring that foundation perfectly. You can look incredible on the surface, you can have these huge, ambitious goals, but if you don't have deep roots, the very first real challenge that comes your way, the first storm, is going to knock you right over. It's a pretty stark warning about trying to build a life on shallow ground.
So this gets us to the real question. What are these roots in our own lives? Well, they're all the unseen work, right? The daily effort, the skills we're trying to develop, the character we're building, the patience we're trying to cultivate. That's the internal foundation that gives us stability, no matter where we physically happen to be.
So understanding the whole tree metaphor, that's step one. That's great, but how do we actually apply it to our lives? See, the grandfather's wisdom isn't just a nice concept, it's a real, actionable process.
And it really unfolds in 4 stages. First, plant yourself. Instead of always dreaming of your escape, you commit fully to where you are right now. Second, nurture your roots. This is that patient, daily investment in your skills, your knowledge, yourself. Third, grow strong. All that consistent effort starts to build a real internal foundation of resilience and character. And finally, number 4, provide value. Once you are strong, your growth naturally, almost automatically, begins to benefit the people around you, just like that tree. And the value you create starts to look a lot like the gifts of that tree. Your internal strength offers stability to others, just like shade. The skills you've developed create real, tangible results. That's the fruit. And your own resilience, it becomes a source of support for other people, like shelter from a storm. Your inner world literally begins to shape your outer world for the better.
And this right here, this is the heart of the whole lesson. The grandfather was never telling the young man he had to stay in that village forever. Not at all. He was teaching him that real, lasting strength isn't something you find in a new place. It's something you forge from within. The focus completely shifts from where you are to who you are becoming.
And so, this whole story leaves us with a question to take with us, a question for all of us. If real growth is a daily process, a process of nurturing our own roots, then what are you nurturing today? What is that small, unseen effort you're putting in right now that will one day grow to provide shade and fruit and shelter for yourself and for others?